and I am in live chat right now. And I just finished talking to one of my students, and she had a question, and I've seen that several of you have had the same question in terms of where do I turn in what I'm turning in this week. And as it turns out, there isn't anything for you to turn in this week, right? The only two due dates you had was the due date for the approval process, and then now you have the final due date is when you'll be turning in all of the projects. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull up your assignment and just quickly go over that second part with you. Let me see here. Student view, PDF. Let's see what this looks like. So phase 2 is to practice the demonstration. Okay, so that's what you were supposed to be doing this week. Some of you have done that. Some of you are still working on that, practicing the demonstration. Maybe you need to get supplies because I know going to the store isn't so easy these days. So practice demonstration. If it works, it says in your paperwork, document your demo using a video or phone. Make sure to include before and after. Now, if you're doing a video, when you start it, I'll be able to see your before, and when it's over, I'll be able to see your after. But if you're doing photos, I need a photo of before and a photo of after, so you can get those particular points, not just of the video happening. And then follow the guidelines under demonstration. So let's go down to demonstration guidelines, and it says the student must show the setup. I already said that before and after. You must discuss the safety. So as you're recording yourself, before you actually do the demo, say, these are my safety concerns, right? I'm wearing goggles. Well, you probably don't have goggles, but you might have some safety glasses at home for those who are working with fire or glass or things like that. I'm wearing an apron, even if it's a kitchen apron, right? Or I'm wearing gloves, or I've set this up outside. All of those things can be considered safety considerations, right? I've made my little siblings move 5 feet away, whatever it is, depending on your, don't say this has no safety. Everything has safety, right? If you're working with alcohol, don't drink it. That's a safety concern. So don't touch your eyes, it will burn. Okay, so make sure you record yourself going over your safety before you do the video. And let's see what else it says. It says students must verbally explain how the demo shows the chemical concept. So you could say, okay, here's what I'm going to show you. Tell us the chemistry and then show it. Or you could say, okay, watch this, and then your demonstration happens, and then you can go over why it happened, explaining the chemistry. Now, some of you have picked a demonstration that's going to be like time lapse, right? You're going to set it up. Say you're doing the egg and vinegar, or you're doing rock crystals. You're going to set it up, and then you're going to have the video. Then you're going to have to stop the video and come back 2 days later or a week later, and then finish the recording and do the chemistry, and then submit 2 video clips. Or if you know how, put the 2 video clips together and submit 1. So I do recognize that some of you do have a bit of a time lapse. But for most of us, our experiment is something that will happen in 5 minutes or less. So your video should be 5 minutes or less. Don't worry about length. I'm not grading you on how long it is. I'm grading you, did the demo actually happen? Are you able to explain the safety, and did you explain the chemistry? Looking at the points here, you're verbally explaining the chemistry is 20 points out of the 200. All right, and then it's 30 points when you actually type out the chemistry as part of your report. So that's what you're doing during this week that's coming up, which would be the 3rd week of the project, which is phase 2, is you're making sure that you've got it documented. So if you haven't done it, get started on that. And then it also says in your project that it says if it doesn't work, you'll need to submit a new demo for approval. If you've tried it, you've contacted me, I've given you some tips, and it just doesn't work for some weird reason, right? Everybody on YouTube can do it, but you can't, then you're going to need to pick a new one. So make sure you check the approved demo list and pick one that's not already taken on there. And you don't need to submit 3 more, just submit 1 idea since you've already submitted 3, and then hopefully if it's not on there, then I'll be able to approve it with no problem. All right, so there's an update for you. I'm going to stop this recording. And don't forget to visit me on the live chat times if you have any questions, or you can always type them into Teams and just tag me with the @ symbol so that I get a notification that you asked a question. Otherwise, I'll see your question 2 or 3 days later while you're waiting for an answer. That's not so good. Hey, Stay healthy. Good to see you. Hopefully you have your Full High Friday maroon on. I've got my Full High Science shirt on because science is awesome. And hopefully you and your family are safe. Talk to you soon.